I had to go on Mytham Steeps yesterday for a laugh. I went to a pub, went in the beer garden, had a drink and some food, steak Canadian. There's this lad with an AC Milan top, young lad, and he was having a few laughs with his friend. He started talking about Mytham Steeps. So, alright, I'll have a go for a laugh and see how far I get. And he says, I've just had pub lunch and a pint. He says, I said, well, the Tour de France, they started off originally having 8 pints before they set off. And when I bought this bike in 84, I think it was, or 85, I just had a Viscount Sebring stolen from a college property, a drama club or something. I went down Villette Road in Sunderland. I thought, I'll fucking get you bastards. And I found the panniers down the back street, back of Villette Road. I went round this council estate, but I couldn't find it. So I went to Newcastle and bought this. It's a Peugeot 501 Triathlon. And I just about made it in one piece down the coast road back to Sunderland after I bought it. And it's a Peugeot 501 Triathlon. This bike up Mytham Steeps yesterday. I got past the houses, but I came to a right hand bend and the surface was really bad. And the problem going up there with this bike is that the brakes, when they stick, you're having to meddle with the thing, keep having to put your finger like that. And the rear doesn't got the original configuration of the rear cog and the derailleur. The original Simplex shift is there, and I think that's original as well. And it's where you've got the gear on the very last, the smallest gear, but it cracks. And I got to this bend, wasn't stable. They kept wanting to jump into the second gear, and so I had that problem going up. And when I got past the houses, but I got to a right-hand bend in the woods, and the surface was very difficult. And if you then opt on a bike like this to go and standing up, because it's quite a light bike and very steep and unstable, it can do a wheelie. And the combination slid the bike, and I came to a stop. And when you get to that point, you can't carry on. You can't really cycle back down and change your gear and get your bike right. So in effect, that's you over, because you can't get back on it and start cycling. So I had to push it more or less the rest of the way up. And one of the problems with a bike like this is the lightness. So if you stand up, unless you're a conjurer on a bike and you know how to do wheelies up a hairpin bend with bad cement, you're going to be struggling, because it'll do a wheelie because it's so light if you try and stand up. So that's the Top Trumps Peugeot 501 versus the Top Trumps Clements 531. With this bike, another problem with that bike and standing up, this bike's got both brakes, so you can stand up and you can use it both brakes there. With if you're shifting from this bike to from this to that, it's not on that. And the tyres are a bit thicker, and the frame, that's more of a sophisticated engineered bike in the extent of it's got more adjustments on it and stuff. It's finer engineering, shall we call it. Whereas this is slightly, I won't say any more, cruder engineering. I'm not an engineer, so I can't comment. These heavy things that weigh an absolute ton are on the Peugeot, and I wonder whether that's to do with the weight. That if you have these, I never thought about it, these are quite heavy, so that might have something to do with that heaviness, how the work bike performs. Because I've been with this tyre, this Pirelli, I'd had a Specialized Armadillo. I was getting punctures, so I took it to the shop, that on your bike, and they put this on, Pirelli P7. And it's been weaving like that when I've been cycling in dangerous conditions, and I wonder whether the tread's the right way around, because it's going that way, and that way, that way. Assuming that you have the, what you call it, on the same side. I mean, you can, there's different ways you can either have it on that side or that side again. See, I've got on this bike, I don't have quick release. No quick release on this bike. The thing with this bike also, if you're standing up, it's more it's more solid. That's more like that. So top trumps bikes, up my them steeps. There's the Peugeot 501 Triathlon and the Clements. I haven't had a go on the Clements up there, and this, I actually had a go yesterday. I got past the houses.
Turned out nice again, hasn't it?